Welcome in to Two Country Home. So today we're going to go ahead and, as you can see, take out this bed here of sweet potatoes. It's a 2-foot by 10-foot bed. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we've put in about 12 slips in here. So we're going to go ahead today. These have been in. Today it'll be a little over 140 days. So we're going to go ahead and get all the green material cut off and get into the bed and see what's there. So I'll bring you back in just a minute when we get the bed ready. So welcome back. So you can see here we've removed most of the all the vines. Got to end it up with a big pile of vines, some grass in here. But you see the sweet potatoes, we put this screen on here, so they grew up through the screen. This screen helps keep anything from digging in there. So it seems to have worked out pretty well. So let's go ahead and pull this up and see if there's anything in this bed. Like say if there's something in here, it's in here now because this bed's been in here for quite a few days. Trying to cut these where I can see where they were planted. It'll make a little easier job of pulling them up. Bit of grass as well. That looks to be pretty good there. All right. So let's see if there's anything in here. So just digging here. Does look like there's a lot of grass. Does look like there might be something. So let's see. That's obviously where one of the plants is coming up. So as you can see, there's a bit of a cluster here. So not a bad, not a bad start. As you can see, set these off over here, get me a little more room. Sometimes when you plant them like this, obviously they don't. It's still warm today. Obviously they don't often have the ability to spread and put out roots in other areas because you're kind of containing them here. So usually you just get the potatoes not off the roots but off the mother plant itself, which seems to be what we did. But that's fine. You know, you take what you can get. This one appears to be a little bit longer and skinnier, but not a problem. Maybe there's a few more in here. Looks like it. You want to be careful when you try digging them not to break them or damage the skin any more than you have to. Seem to be fine. No. We'll come back through and dig this with a fork after. I like to use my hand the first round. Don't seem to be any. That's one problem with the screen. You get a big chunk of grass. It's hard to keep it weeded, but I don't see any real damage from anything. One year I think we had a possum got in here and tend to eat the tops of some of the potatoes, so the screen helps to hold some of that back. Another decent, nothing big, but a little green because it was above the surface, but that'll be all right on a sweet potato. A white potato, you want to be careful with that. Another decent one. And so potatoes kind of grow vertical like that. Sweet potatoes, that is. All right. Looks Looks like another one coming up out of the ground over here. Not bad. Kind of weed the bed as you go here too, because we'll be turning this bed over. Probably gonna put some parsnips in here another week or so. The weather's supposed to cool off a little bit. Nothing really there. Little one. Kind of grew down there. Come through. You can use a hori if you want to get in and dig. I just use my hands. It seems to work. I'll come back through and dig after. Make sure there was nothing down deeper. And to pull out any small ones like this, because they'll grow back if you leave them. You'll have a sweet potato popping up next year. Still some small ones, but I'll fork it here after. Here's a nice little cluster. As you can see, it kind of grew towards the edge of the bed, but they kind of grow down like that. So you get some smaller ones. This is the plant we planted, and then you get some bigger ones growing along with them. So we take whatever we can get. Not a bad looking. See if I can pull up let me see if I can get this out as a unit so you can kind of see what I'm talking about, how they kind of grow down on fingers like that. So not bad. Doing better than we did on our other bed, actually. So say you don't get a whole lot of spread out on the runners. You usually just get them planted right there when you plant them in this method, versus just letting them run in a field. But we can control the environment a little better here. Like I say, make sure nothing's getting in them. So this is the way I tend to plant them. Not much to speak of there. I think there's some more maybe down in here. Sometimes they get down pretty deep. It's kind of a weird one. Piece growing off of it, but there's some damage on that one, so we'll keep that one out. Let's see. It makes a good opportunity to get your bed clean as you're going. Like I say, we limited here in a urban environment for bed space, so we'll be amending and turning these beds over here shortly. Getting ready for fall planting. So for whatever reason here, they just didn't do quite as well in the middle. We'll see as we keep going if it's maybe a trend or here's one here. That's kind of a fatter one, but we'll take it. Apparently that one had a skinnier friend. Let's see here. That one looks like it was maybe rotted. Littler ones here. That one broke off, so I pulled it. Kind of a strange shape that had. Ground's a little dry, obviously. A little hard maybe for them. really don't water these much at all, if ever. Just kind of let them go natural. We haven't had a lot of rain, but I find they don't need a whole lot of care. Maybe I'd have more if I did care for them a little more, but I just kind of let them go. We may be coming to the last few here. Yeah, these seem to be kind of on the surface. Without a lot of production. Looks like maybe there's one here. Just broke that off right there. Yeah, that's not a bad one. Does have a little damage there, so it's like a worm. That's a shame. Got into it. That happens. You know, in the store that happens too. They just give you the best looking ones in the store, which they don't taste as good as these anyway. Let's see, I don't know. Yeah, I did plant one down here. It looks like a small one. It's an Irish potato. Looks like it was missed from the spring, so it looks like it's sprouting. We'll get that back in. A little one there. It's a bit of a hugelkultur bed, so got a little bit of everything down in here, but that's unfortunate on that one. It's a nice big potato. Let me just fork this up a little bit, make sure I'm not missing anything down deeper. Not the best soil we're working with here. Just started to develop these beds. We cover crop a lot of our other beds with green manure, which helps. These we haven't done. We probably should. There's a root from one. Looks like it might be it. Loosen this up over here just for a minute. Make sure we haven't left any behind. Like that's it. So not well, not a it's warm this morning. It's only about 8:30 in the morning, but it's already well in the mid 80s, so humidity at almost 90%, so still gonna be warm today, but you know, not bad. Got a mix, you know, a lot of small skinnier ones, but you know, some of these are decent sized potatoes, so probably wouldn't have used this bed for anything in the summer. Obviously, maybe we could have cover cropped it, developed the soil a little bit for the fall, but not a lot here grows in the summer. So as you can see, it kept a good mat of foliage on, kept the weeds down, which is, hey, that's something to be said about that. And we got a modest harvest of sweet potatoes off the space. These were all grown from just one sweet potato that we saved last year. Grew out slips in January and February. And like I say, these were put in around the third week of April. So they were ready to come out. Don't want to risk any of the damage. The other bed we had earwigs, and I believe that's what ate into those. This is a hugel bed, so with the wood and worms in here, you're going to end up getting that, but in the long run it's worth it because you have to water less, which we didn't water hardly any here. So just thought, looks like here, I guess, well, just looks like some of these are coming. I'll have to do some maintenance here. That sweet potato there coming up in the bed next to it probably ran out from the side, so those vines are hardy. But just thought I'd bring you a quick video here of a sweet potato harvest in the heat from zone 9A. Whew, it's warm, humid today. But I appreciate if you like to watch our videos. You might like and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate your support from Two Country Home.